we are here today on the Co-op Cookin' Show with Scott and Elijah Davis from Hot Springs, Arkansas. And you've worked with the cooperatives of Arkansas for 22 years?
22 years, yeah. 22 years ago I'm a magician and I wrote a magic show about electrical safety and partnered with the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas to take this educational magic show into schools all over Arkansas. Performed a safety magic show for kids here in the River Valley, in all of Arkansas Valley's territory, and every county in Arkansas, going to about 200 or 300 schools a year.
Which is impressive. I read that you've performed for over, was it 1 million Arkansas students?
I have, yes ma'am.
That is a lot of students.
It's a lot of kids. I've done it long enough now that when I will go to a school, sometimes there will be teachers there that said, "Oh, I saw this when I was in elementary school," which makes me feel super old.
I'm sure it does.
Yes.
But it's a great show. We love to get to go. And,
oh, thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you here. I know that you have some of Arkansas Valley territory in this upcoming semester.
I do, yes. I'll be Ozark. I'm going this semester. I know I'm going to the Ozark kindergarten in the next month or so.
Oh, that would be very fun. So, Elijah, let's get to know you a little bit. How old are you?
I am 11.
You're homeschooled?
You're homeschooled.
Yeah.
And you have 4 siblings.
Yep.
That's right. And I hear that you have an award-winning chili recipe, black and white chili recipe.
Yeah, so he is also a preacher, and we do an annual chili cook-off at our church, and like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
I didn't expect to win.
Right? But obviously it was delicious.
Yes, I just thought of this recipe. We went to the grocery store. I had no idea. I just pointed at things that I thought sounded good.
Right.
And he has his own recipe, so
He kind of put them together.
Yeah, he knew if it would be good or not.
So you guys truly did create this recipe.
We did. I pastor a little church in Hot Springs, and every year we do a chili cook-off. We've done for the last 10 or 15 years. And we have hot, mild, and specialty categories, and our counter in our kitchen at church is full of crock pots.
Right,
and
we love it.
It's super fun, and it's one of my favorite things that we do every year. And so a couple of years ago, Elijah wanted to make a chili for the specialty category, because this one has chicken in it.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different, and it won in that category, and it also won the crowd favorite. So we're excited to be here.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Well, we are going to go ahead and grill the chicken.
Great.
And then we'll get back in this kitchen and get started.
Great.
Perfect.
All right, so this is a black and white chili. We call it black and white chili, really because it has black beans and white beans in it, but it also has ground turkey, and it has grilled chicken, gives it a really good smoky flavor. So this chicken is in a second going to get diced up and go in the chili. So it's not really, we don't season it or put anything on it. We're just going to put it on the grill that they've already got. Y'all already have warmed up for us here, and that will just grill until it reaches 165 degrees, I think is the safe temperature. And so we'll check that in just a second. All right, these have reached the right temperature, so we'll go ahead and pull these off and let them cool, and then we will take them in and they will get diced up to go into our chili.
You mentioned a second ago that you guys really love chili and you have it year-round. Is that right?
We have my wife and I have 5 kids, as I said,
Yes.
and so one of the great things about chili, one, everybody likes it. 2, the leftovers are just as good the next day, if not better.
They are.
And
it gets better with time.
It does get better with time. And then one of the things we will often that's okay. Some of this chicken is jumping out of the pan. Leave it there. Things we'll do is the first night that we make it, we'll have it, chili in a bowl with Fritos and crackers and cheese, kind of a Frito chili pie sort of thing. And then the next day, when there's only a little bit left, we'll have chili dogs. So,
yes.
And everyone who doesn't like chili dogs.
I love Frito chili pie.
I do too. That's probably my favorite way to eat chili, actually.
Mine too.
I think so too. All right, next is ground turkey. And so we've got our here, we're going to add in this ground turkey.
So tell me a little bit about what it's like to attend your magic show.
Great, yeah, that's a great question because you really can't know what it's like if you don't see it. It's a 30-minute school assembly show. So typically when I go to for elementary schools, so typically when I go to an elementary school, I'm doing it for the whole school or several grades. So anywhere from 50 kids to 350, 400 kids. In a cafeteria or a gymnasium or the school auditorium. And it's, like I said, it's a 35 minute show that's funny and teaches kids about electrical safety. Because one of the things about, I will often say is electricity is the tool that you most need to know how to behave safely around because it's the tool you're most often around. There's no tool that any of us interact with more frequently than electricity because literally everything we do plugs in or uses electricity. So electricity is, not only are we always around electricity, electricity's always around us, right? You can go into any room and turn 360 degrees and there's outlets on every single wall. And when we go outside, there's power lines on the roads. So some of the things that we talk about in the school show, teaching, like I say, kindergarten through 5th or 6th graders, is that electricity is a tool, just like a hammer or a saw. That means that it helps us do things we can't do without it. And it means that if we, just like with a hammer or a saw, if I use it foolishly or carelessly, I can hurt myself. And that doesn't mean that electricity is bad. It means that I have to learn how to behave around it. A hammer is heavy and a saw is sharp, not because they're bad, because they have to be in order to do the things that we need them to do. And the thing with electricity is it needs to be powerful because we needed to do a whole lot of things to power our homes and our businesses, and it does so many things. So it is a dangerous tool because it does so many things for us.
Now we are gonna add about 1 can of green chilies.
Exactly.
So we're gonna stir that in.
Chicken in.
It's coming together. This part's short.
Grilled chicken.
Just
Give that a nice stir. Once all the meat is browned, it starts coming together pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, then it's just beans and stuff.
So this is the McCormick white chicken chili seasoning. A white chili or a white chicken chili is called a white chicken chili because, well, instead of using red meat like ground beef, it's using white meat, chicken breast, and it uses white beans. So one of the things that we did to kind of mix it up is we're using chicken and turkey, so white meats, but we're also using tomato sauce like you would have in a traditional chili, and we're using black beans, hence the name black and white chili. So we'll add our chili seasoning packets in now. I need you.
That was. So we're gonna add in 2 cans of Great Northern beans.
Tomato sauce.
2 cans of tomato sauce. 1. And
Stir.
gonna stir that up. Add the next. Like I said, there's really no order to this part.
Oh, let's let this bring this up to a boil.
Okay, so the chili is done cooking, and we've got it sent out to cool. It smells absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's so fun, super easy. I think people will find it pretty easy to make because it's kind of a dump and go kind of meal. A little bit more labor intensive because you're grilling
Right.
the chicken, but that's what gives it that good smoky flavor.
Yes.
But really, really easy, and it's a different spin because, like I say, it's got tomato sauce in it, but also white beans. So, and
Yes.
In fact, speaking of this, if any of you are going to be in Hot Springs, our church has a chili cook-off at Hope Presbyterian Church in Hot Springs, Arkansas, on March the 1st. I think it's at 6 p.m. So come see us and eat a lot of chili, because there's gallons and gallons and gallons of all kinds of chili. It's always a fun time. So thanks so much for letting us be here today.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. Alrighty, I'm gonna get us some bowls fixed and
Great.
try it.
Yes.
Do you want some sour cream for yours, Elijah?
Yes. Yes, please.
Is that enough? Too
Yeah.
much?
That's good.
Perfect. It's so creamy. I'm impressed.
It's. I think everybody's gonna like it.
I do too. Are you ready? That is delicious.
Well, good. I hope everybody will try it and make it and enter it in their own chili cook-off.
I do too. I could see this being a regular for me myself.
Oh,
this
good.
is really good.
Good.
I love white chicken chili, and then I love like the tomato taste of regular chili, and it just really brings them together well.
Wonderful. Pretty easy to make.
Well, you did an excellent job.
Thanks so much for letting us come.
Yeah.
This was a fun chance to drive over from Hot Springs and be in the beautiful Arkansas Valley area and get to be on here.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. We had a blast.
Thanks so much. Let's take some of the employees.